my hair looks like ass, my face looks like shit, and I slammed my chin on a slab of concrete. So I'm gonna change most of everything about me. Um, Over time, recently, I've realized that I am not really happy. Not really happy. So, okay, let's see. Where is it? I have decided to write a few things down, and you're gonna be here with me. Um, gonna write down a list of things that I'm insecure about in great detail. In great detail. And I'm going to set a timer until June next year. And I'm gonna see how much of whatever goals I'm setting right now I can accomplish in that time frame. Okay, let's go. And if whoever's watching this, if you want to join with me, you can feel free to do so. But this is mostly just for me. This is a very selfish video, and I need it, so I'm gonna do it. Anyways, let's start. I'm gonna give it a heading. I'm gonna say insecurities and I'm gonna say things I need to change. Okay. And this is just gonna be a rough draft. I'm gonna refine this later on today. And I'm gonna get this done today. This is going to be my first step, is getting this done today. Once I have that done, I can set a start time and I can set an end time. And once I do that, there's no going back. And this video is gonna be evidence. This video will be a reminder as to A, what I've signed up for, and B, how long I have to do it. So, without further ado, also, one weird thing, my head, I don't know why that happens. Could someone explain it to me? They see this? Yeah, I don't know why that happens. Anyways, insecurities and things I need to change. Let's start off with the easy ones. Let's start off with insecurities. I am insecure about a lot of things. Believe it or not. But I don't usually get the time to think about them because I am either drowning in work or wallowing in my own self-pity. So step number 1, insecurities. I don't like my face. I think that there's 2 things that I can improve about my face. Thing number 1, whenever I talk, there's a part over here which bulges out. Can't really see it right now, but there's a part over here that bulges out. That is because I do not have good tongue posture. So that's step number 1. Correct tongue posture. Okay? And the way I'm gonna do that, this is gonna sound so corny. I'm gonna mew. I'm gonna start mewing. And I'm not gonna do any TikTok or bullshit. I'm just gonna research on my own and not blindly follow anyone else's advice. I do believe that mewing has its benefits from the results that I've seen. And I know 80% of it is just fake gurus ranting about something or the other. But I do believe that it could work, so mewing to start. Okay. So I need correct tongue posture. That's step number 1. Another thing that I don't like about my face is how bloated my cheeks are. You see this? See this? That doesn't need to be there. None of this needs to be there. This is like a this video might actually go down into the history books as like one of the worst videos of all time. Anyways, as a result of that, what ends up happening is whenever I talk, there's this like sack of just skin right here. That doesn't need to exist. None of this needs to exist. Here's what I'm gonna do to correct it. I've heard that not eating salt can help you lose water retention, because apparently salts have water retention. I don't know the logic behind that. I don't see how table salt, NaCl, don't see how that has any correlation to that, but I'm just gonna try it regardless. So I'm gonna write down, we. Who's we? I'm sorry, I'm speaking in French. Okay. I'm gonna write down fix fat on face. You know what? Let's just say face. That's another thing to fix. Fix fat on face, and we can start by eat less salt to reduce water retention. Over the course of this video, my goal is to also make my accent change back to my British one. I know I've started off in this Canadian accent, but over time, I do want to switch over back to that British accent. I don't know why, but it just sounds better to me. This has become my natural accent for whatever reason, even though it does feel forced. So I'm gonna get rid of this, whatever the hell this is, and go back to that old accent. Yeah. Another thing, have visible cheekbones, but, and this is a huge but, I regret the words that come out of my mouth sometimes. Anyways, have visible cheekbones, but don't look like an emaciated Victorian era orphan. Okay, that seems like pretty easy goals to accomplish, and I do think it'll just happen once I get rid of all of this, you know. Okay. Step 4. What else is wrong with my face? Let's see. This nose could be a bit sharper. So sharpen nose. How? I don't know. Surgery? Maybe? Question mark? I've accepted the fact that I'm going to have a big nose for most of my life. I'm fine with it. Sure. I don't like it, but if the most I can have in the form of surgery is get a bit of it shaved off just so it looks sharper, because this part specifically, if it was a bit flatter and didn't have that, that going down, it's just like boom, like whoop, and then that'll look good. So sharpen nose. How? I don't know. Surgery maybe. And then under that we're going to write don't look like Minecraft villager. Sweet. Okay. I don't like my face. That is step number... I can't do this in steps. I'm just going to do all of them at once. Okay. Now, next up, I don't like my physique. Again, I'm too insecure about this, so I'm not going to show anything on camera. but I do not like my physique. I don't like my physique. Now here's what we're gonna do. For my physique, there's three big glaring issues that have boiled down. I haven't boiled down three. I'm making this shit up as we go. Issue number one, fat retention. I have too much fat localized at the wrong spots. Um, this is the main reason why I have voluptuous cheeks. I have a slightly larger than usual chest area. However, I do think that is in part because of genetics, because everyone in my family prior to me also has gynecomastia. I don't think I have gynecomastia, mainly because I don't feel anything hard when I press down. I feel like there's just a sizable chunk of fat there that I could lose. That's been built up due to like some sort of genetic reservoir or anything. And anyways, I digress. Uh, so I need to, one, get rid of my massive grande booty, right? That needs to go. Secondly, my chest area, reduction in fat, very important. I need that. I need that. I can still have. I would be fine with having like the most splendid ass of all time. However, I do not want moobs. I don't have them because I can get rid of them. If I couldn't, that would be moobs, but I can get rid of them. So they're not. Either way, okay. I'm fuck. This makes me seem. This makes it sound a lot worse than it actually is. Yeah, I don't know why. The way in which we as a society use terminologies to describe these things that we're so insecure about, it makes them sound so much more serious than they actually are. I just need to reduce fat. That's all. Reduce fat. Reduce fat. A sign of this, a sign of reducing fat, and I'm gonna set this as my goal when I press down on my belly, I should feel muscle. Because right now I don't have a six pack. I have a family pack, and I don't have a family. So we're just gonna start off there. That seems like a very attainable goal to do. To do that, we're going to put a few more steps in. Here's an idea. I was talking to a friend about this earlier. Jogging. Jogging is pretty easy. It's a good start. You know, I can't run, obviously, not for quite a long amount of time. By run I mean sprint, by the way. I don't. It's either jogging or sprinting. I have no in between, and I don't want to have an in between because it feels like. Or maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll try to get to from where I am to where I want to work out, which brings me to my next point. This is beautiful right now. Jogging, and my next thing, working out outside. And this is huge. Outside. I can't work in the comfort of my home knowing that I have a bed to lay on, a chair to sit on, and Ultra Kill to play. That cannot happen. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go outside and I'm going to work out like a normal person in a children's park. Of course. There's no other way, right? Surely. As I said, this might genuinely be one of the worst videos of all time. I need to. There are no parks that are close to me that don't have a lot of eyes on them that aren't children's parks. So either I go there for back days whenever I'm doing pull-ups, because I need to, or if there's people there, I go to another park, or I just skip back day altogether and go somewhere else and fuck off. Point number 3, personality. I'm gonna write this as a footnote because I do want to get into this earlier. Swear less. Swear less. And to do this, I am going to fuck. I say swear less and then I swear. I don't know what's wrong with me. Change pronunciations. And stop slurring. I have no idea why. Ever since I've gotten this Canadian accent, I've just started slurring my words way more. It feels like every single phonetic alphabet sound that is exiting my mouth is just slipping out. Pause. Resume. So I just need to just gotta figure that out. Okay. Jogging, working out outside. Now again, I'm gonna set 2 locations for this. One is gonna be at park for pull days, and then another is going to be at a distant ground. And my mom's gonna walk in 3 seconds. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna flip the table and I'm gonna do math for a second. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's odd. Could have sworn I saw someone. Oh. Guess you can recognize when to give me some privacy. That's funny. Usually doesn't happen. So, anyways, moving on. Jogging, working out outside, and a big one, and this is going to be huge. Ab workouts. She's gonna open the door now. And we're back. The last recording cut, mainly because I had to Alt-Tab, and I was not aware that when you press Alt-Tab while the camera app is open and you've paused the recording, like a normal person, because you'd imagine, right? Imagine you're Alt-Tabbing on the camera app with a paused recording. You would think that it would not end the recording right there, it would pause it. However, it didn't. So, here's recording number 2. Anyways, where was I? I'm assuming that I stopped at, like, working out. So, outside at a park for pulleys, and then for pulleys. Wow, pulleys. Pull days. And then at a distant ground. I found this ground. It's a bit far away from my home. It's like, I think a 30-minute walk, 15-minute jog. I am going to go there every single day. I'm just gonna work out. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know the workouts that I'm gonna do. I will figure that out along the way, but I will do it. Okay, next, ab workouts. And all of this starts as soon as my AP exams end, by the way. That's a date that I'm setting. I don't really care too much for the AP computer science exam. I still feel like I'm gonna use it as an excuse to botch my routine. So better safe than sorry. I'm just gonna start working out after my AP computer science exam. And that seems like a pretty fair, I actually don't have a word for it. Crazy. I'm gonna start a job too. So, just wondering how I'm gonna fit all of this into my time schedule. I have no idea. Anyways, ab workouts. Ab workouts are gonna be a really important thing. I don't care if I have the arms of a twink. Actually, I do. Never mind. I rescind that statement completely. I do care. So I am not going to have the arms of a twink. Instead, for ab work, I'm just gonna spam ab workouts, and then hopefully my arms get strong in the process. If they don't, I'm cooked. I'm gonna stop saying that too. Stop saying I'm cooked. Or it's so over. I say this shit and I keep saying it. Again, swear less. I say this stuff and I keep saying it, and then over time, I actually start doing it. So it's actually over. So I'm just not gonna say it. If I live in delusion, something's gonna happen, right? Okay. Um, so, ab workouts. Big thing. Uh, Next big thing, diet. Actually, next big thing is you. Now, diet. I don't know why I said that. That was mean. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. Diet. And another advice for the personality section, no giving advice to other people that are better than you. The reason behind this, actually, I don't think that's a good thing to do. I'm gonna scratch that out right away. That seems like a very stupid thing to do. I can scratch it out because this is a very rough draft, as I've said before, multiple times. I hope you're listening. Diet. And now, since I can finally eat meat, since I'm in a foreign country where meat eating is I was gonna say eating meat is normal. Since I'm finally in this situation, in this scenario, in this environment, in this beautiful environment, I can, pardon me, can finally eat meat. I can incorporate meat into my diet, which is a relatively low calorie, and high protein way to hit my daily macros. And here's my big thing. Except for you, my big thing, and except for him, calm little, let's say, it's gonna write 1,500 calories. Now, calories, kilocalories, they're all the same. I've learned that the hard way. Food brands used to like to use both interchangeably, which is weird. I don't like it at all. So, just 1,500 calories, plain and simple. 1,500 food calories. I'm gonna write that down. I think that is A, low, which should help me burn fat. B, enough to keep me alive, which is good, I think. And then C, enough to help me run to the workout and back. Great. So we have that. I don't like my physique. Reduce fat, jogging, working outside, ab workouts, and a diet. Okay. I'm gonna not set a time limit for this just yet. I'm gonna build up to that later on. However, let's see. What else do I not like about my physique? My voluptuous cheeks. However, that's just going to be fat. So, okay. What else? Skinny arms again. Muscle hypertrophy. Actually, no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna write calisthenics. And in calisthenics, I want to be able to do a handstand push-up. The reason why I want to do this is I know for a fact it's going to brutalize my shoulders. And I need bigger shoulders. Right now, if I were to do this, my earphones fell out. If I were to do this, you would very clearly see I have no shoulder mass. I have broad shoulders, but no shoulder mass. I have potential, man. I need to get shoulders and make this be muscular, so when I press down, I don't feel my shoulder joint. I feel muscle. Okay. That's another thing. So, handstand push-up. Big shoulders. Because I think that big shoulders look cool. Big shoulders. Okay. Next. Let's talk about the address me going up here. I need a better hairstyle. / consistent hairstyle. More consistent hairstyle. Now, I need a more consistent hairstyle. What does this mean? I need to have a hairstyle that isn't vibe coded. It works the same on every single day, on every single occasion. I'm not saying that my hair should be glued like plastic. I'm saying that I shouldn't look like a Frankenstein creation one day and then Jensen Ackles descendant the next. So, somewhere in between. I think that would be a good baseline. Gonna get a haircut too pretty soon, hopefully, because I can't maintain this hair. It's too long. Maybe I should ask for advice on that. Maybe I'll ask Henry. He's pretty cool. I probably shouldn't name drop here, but then again, a grand total of I think -1 people are gonna watch this video. So, just whatever. Okay. I need a better hairstyle, more consistent hairstyle. Get a haircut. Get a haircut. Next. Get a job. And now this is the trickiest part. Actually, this might genuinely be the hardest part of all of this, because I like to do two things when I'm alone. I like to A, either play Ultra Kill, or B, like to study, which I do more actually. Believe it or not, I like studying a lot. So, getting a JOB, getting the big J sliver in my presence, that is going to be a big challenge to my non-existent time schedule. As a result, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to allot at least, I think a minimum wage job is 6 hours. I'm going to have to allot 6 hours just to that. And as soon as I do that, I don't have enough time to either A, study, or B, work out. And I'm going to have to sack one of the two. Or I'm going to have to sack my sleep. Whatever I decide to do, I don't know why I'm saying sack. I'm saying chess. Okay. He sacks the rock! Okay, anyways. So, I need to either figure out how to time manage all this. Let's do that under the personality section. Improve time management. Okay, and while I'm on this, I actually remembered something completely unrelated. Wallow. My pen doesn't work that I paid $30 for. Wallow less in. Any day now, ink will flow out. That sounds so wrong out of context. In self-pity. Wallow less in self-pity, or wallow in self-pity less. I'm going to actually circle this, or square this, because I do want to talk about the yin and yang of wanting other people to feel happy for you, but at the same time sorry for you. But at the same time you want attention, but at the same time you don't want attention because you don't want the other person to be worried, but you want them to care about you. It's really weird. I'll explain to it later. I'm gonna just box that and star that for now. That's an entirely different rant that will probably take another 20 minutes that I have, question mark. I probably do, because, uh, get a job. Another thing, start studying for university. And now this is going to be a big one. I'm in grade 12, however, I'm Indian, so that just means we have bigger IQs. Um, what I need to do is I need to finish the entirety from mechanics number 1 to at least Hamiltonian mechanics within the time I get to university. So I'm giving myself 2 months to finish, I think, what is 2 years worth of courses, or 1 year, I don't know. That way I can challenge the exams for all of those, hopefully get an A plus, probably not. A minus would be great too. And then after all of that happens, I can go forward and finish university in 2 years. Maybe, perchance. I don't know. I have attempted everything, like, the only things that are left for me in university, Calc 3, Calc 4, all the advanced physics, and then all the advanced chemistry. Especially reaction mechanisms. Mechanisms. I think mechanisms or mechanisms. It's always weird, because one of them sounds more Indian, one of them sounds more right. And sometimes both of them coincide. I think it's mechanisms. So I need to learn better reaction mechanisms. Anyways, another thing, stop mentioning, and this is going to go in the personality box PB, not PB and J, you big bag. Stop what? I think I got short-term memory loss. Short-term memory loss. I think stop what? Stop what? I genuinely just forgot. I said this 5 seconds ago. Does this mean that none of what I'm writing is going through my head? I don't think so, because I am currently worrying about the time pressure that this is going to put on me. Make this a part of your normal life, and still hang out with friends, because I don't think I would survive if I did all of this alone. I'm going to get a friend or two. Actually, I think just a friend. Me and them are gonna work out and just like hang and kick it and just do all of this. Well, I'm gonna do all of this. They are going to accompany me, maybe, hopefully. I have no idea. Maybe I'll just do it alone. I can't do it alone. Do I want to do it alone? No. No. I don't think anyone would. But if I do have to, I might. I just might. As the light level is slowly decreasing to 0, eventually there will come a point where one side of my face turns completely dark. Actually, I think we've actually just attained to that point, as is visible from this angle. As a result, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to turn the light on, so if you'll excuse me a second, just gonna, yep. Get good posture. It's pretty fair. Is this good? I don't know. My hair looks really chopped. I look like a freak. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Actually, I do. Why do I keep saying that? Stop saying negative things. Stop saying negative things. stop saying negative things. And this seems like a pretty good change to me. It'll make me something, 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 happy, happy, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. One of my friends told me today to be happy. So, since I can't do that, on command at least, I'm gonna do this next best thing I know how to do, a roadmap, a way to improve, and then hopefully do it. Yep, that's basically it, because I have no idea to guarantee that I'm going to do it or not. I can just hope. Actually, I do have a way to guarantee if I do it or not. I will do it. I will do it. Take more responsibilities. Take on more responsibilities. Okay. Take on more responsibilities. Because I am, believe it or not, potentially an overachiever. So I need to actually keep my word to that and be one instead of just wallowing in self-pity. And that can bring me to my point right now that I was going to talk about later on in the video, but let's just do it right now. Let's just address the elephant in the room, address me, and let's just talk about it. Let me charge my phone real quick. Also, another really cool tip for you guys who are new to the world of technology, which I assume is only a few of you. Connect your laptop to a charger, charge your laptop, and then connect the wires that connect to your phone for charging to your laptop. As a result, while you are charging your laptop is charging your phone. Do that, and you will have so many ports to charge your phones and laptop and iPads and whatever from. I do this every single night. After I'm done with my regular crying myself to sleep session, I take a handy dandy little cable right here, plug it into here, plug that into my phone, and it charges at almost the same speed, if not higher than it did before. Just a pretty solid tip. For the gilfs in the audience watching, you know. Now. Fuck. Damn. I gotta start a swear jar, dude. One of my friends, gonna start a swear jar. I think if I did start a swear jar, I might actually go broke within like a week. So who wants to be my swear jar? Anyways. Why do I just take random pauses? This feels so weird. Anyways, what was I gonna say next? Yeah, wallowing self-pity. Today, my friend was like showing me photos of her and her experiences throughout her life and where she's been and where it, how much she misses, she misses, how much she misses those places. Like, I'm not gonna name drop anything for the sake of privacy because I am not an asshole. Get another dollar in the swear jar. But yeah, she was doing that, and I realized I have spent my entire life cooped up in a room playing Valorant. Not the best thing. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work a job, and I think I'm gonna give that priority actually. Get a job, a chancellor. Even though I can earn big money from engineering, I'm going to get a chancellor, and I'm going to work at it throughout the summer vacation so that I can earn enough money to go on a trip to Japan. and then I want to see cool samurai dudes, and then I want to come back home and be like, oh my god, guys, I went to this place and it was really cool. Because I have not lived my life at all. And I'm sick of waiting around. Because other people have photos of them on these cool places, on these cool little journeys and stuff, and they have stuff to reminisce about. I don't. I don't. I. You know what I did in grade 11? I studied for upwards of 14 hours a day. 14 hours a day. On average, it was closer to like, I guess, 10, like including tuitions, of course. Like, so 5 hours tuitions and 5 hours by myself. So upwards of 14 hours a day. And I can't do that anymore. Or actually, I can, I just don't want to. I want to be a healthy, normal person who can live a life. Because I haven't lived it at all. And, you know, I do want to be happy. It's a tough realization to come to. I do want to be happy. And right now, I'm not. Mainly because I've come to an epiphany that I have not lived my life yet. I just said that. Actually, I just said that. Why am I restating my points? Frick. I said frick, okay? Do not make me pay. I realize I haven't smiled once this entire video. It's kind of funny. It's kind of weird too, but I don't know. I hate being self-aware. Realize, like, sometimes I just wish I was dumber. Like, stupider emotionally than I am right now, which is a pretty low bar to limbo under, you know? Limbo magic. Like it's a pretty low bar to shimmy under. But I do wish I was genuinely that emotionally stupid sometimes, because that would mean that I wouldn't be able to have the brain capacity to be able to process whatever I'm feeling. As a result, I would be closer to an information IO, and my feelings could be subject to whatever's happening to my life instead of whatever the fuck my internal voices are saying. As I said, I'm gonna go broke within a week of opening the swear jar. God. Yeah. I need to figure out a way to be happy. And this is a start at the best, because and do I need a start? Again, I do realize that not wearing glasses while doing this makes me look like a psychopath, and this hair definitely isn't helping. Just trust me on this. I am not crazy. I'm just struggling really bad mentally, which is God. I don't even know why I'm recording this video. Actually, I do. It's for a friend, but I don't think this is gonna help her sleep because my voice isn't calming. Not in this video. It isn't like some sort of slow burn regular video. I am talking hyper fast. Fast, not fast, fast. I'm talking hyper fast. I can't hyper fast. Talking really fast. Talking. And I can't really get over it. Not that easily. As a result of which, I am suffering. In the sense that A, this is not going to help her sleep, and 2, this is going to make her worry a lot. If you're watching this and you know who you are, don't worry. Unfortunately for me, I'm self-aware about my emotions and I can figure it out. Maybe I won't take action just yet. That's a lie. Probably will. Pretty soon. but I can't figure it out. So if you're watching this at any time past 12 and you are not late in your bed and you are not falling asleep, close this video and just head to bed, please. For my sake and for yours, because I don't want you to stay up for this. I can handle it myself. Okay. Wallow less in self-pity. She's had a lot of life to live. Great. I am happy for her. And it genuinely does put a smile on my face whenever I see her happy. But I can't let that bring me down. Just because of a FOMO, a stupid FOMO that I have. So please do continue being yourself. You know who you are. Don't worry about how I feel, just be you. Gotta be you, Brandon Universe. Okay. I'm gonna shade my unibrow. I don't have a unibrow. Just looks like it. A unibrow would be way worse. I think I'd genuinely kill myself if I had a unibrow. I also might need to wax off some of my eyebrow. I feel like my eyebrows are too thick. Eyebrows. Too thick. I'm gonna get a second opinion on that because I don't trust myself. But just another thing to write down. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. Things I need to change. We can start now. Actually, I'm just gonna put it all under this one page and then I'll change it sometime later. Sometime I mean tomorrow, because actually, do I mean tomorrow? No, I mean this weekend. Fix neck. Please. Box. Okay. Moving on. Things I need to change. Improve time management. Wallow less in self-pity. Wallow less in self-pity. And I wanted to talk about this. There's this constant dichotomy. I'm gonna use more different words. I feel like whenever I use the word dichotomy, I feel a little part of me dying on the inside. Actually, I don't. I think someone else feels a little part. I think I feel a part of someone else dying on the inside because I have used that word so much that I'm starting to worry that it's lost its meaning. So I'm gonna start using some different words for that. I think that there's this constant yin and yang between wanting to be cared for, but at the same time not wanting your partner to be your partner is not the right term. Your friend. I don't know why. Ignore that. Your friend to worry about you. God, that just made shit so awkward. We're just gonna move on. Just, it's so weird that I hate this. On one hand, I want attention. Boo me, throw tomatoes at me. I want attention like a normal person, and I want not the spotlight on me, but at least someone's eyes. Someone out there to be like, hey, I see you. I see you. And this is not a BoJack Horseman reference. I see you. Uh, I want that. On the other hand, I don't want to make anyone care. Does this make sense? I don't want to make anyone care. If they do, I'm screwed. Because if someone else cares, then that means that they're not focused on themselves. And if they're not focused on themselves, then I am actively hindering their progress. Took me a while to connect those dots, but in words. But you get what I'm saying. I want people to worry about me. At the same time, I don't want people to worry about me because A, it's distracting them from their work, and B, it's probably not that serious anyways. I always like to downplay and minimize things that I'm going through because they're not that serious. Compared to a third world country African child who is barely struggling to find like a single drop of water in the Sahara Desert, I'm probably way better off. Um, so I really want to like I don't know why I said Africa. Actually, I think India has more emaciated children than Africa. It's just crazy. I was born there. Uh, anyways, I just don't want this dilemma anymore of wanting other people to feel sorry for me, but at the same time wanting to be happy. Because both of those can't coexist. I need to be one or the other. And maybe I want to be happier because that way I can be a pillar for everyone around me. However, I'm afraid that because to me, I don't want to vent when someone else is having a good day because I'm worried that I'm going to ruin their day, right? And what happens if they can't help me? Hmm? And then I have to display that. I have to well actually I don't have to display that. I could just say a white lie, but I don't like lying. So that's gonna make me feel like shit, and if they find out that it didn't help me, they're gonna feel like shit way more somewhere down in the future, and that's never a good thing. So I'm either gonna not feel or feel happy. I don't know how I'm gonna achieve that, but I will. Or I won't. I don't know. 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 Don't know I'm gonna do that. Don't know how I'm gonna do that. Okay. Huh. But yeah, it's just this weird. It's weird, right? Because is it really that hard for like what if I just want to be around someone? What if that's the real like end goal of all of this? What if I want to be around someone and feel like I'm not boring them? Feel like I shouldn't care about my effect on them. I don't want to do that. I hate having to care about my effect on other people. Because it makes me so conscious about the way that I act that I just stop doing things. There's a happy medium in there somewhere where I'm like, hey, I probably shouldn't say this right now. They're in a bad state of mind, but I do want to. But my wants and my needs are completely different. So I don't have to say it, so I shouldn't. And I think I do exist in that happy medium right now. But it doesn't feel like me. What even is me? What am I? What am I? There's no man. Okay, wallow in self pity. As I said, that is a thing that I do very often. That entire spiel up till now was just like a demonstration of it. Damn, my hair is chopped right now. Actually, it might be getting better. Is it? Ow. Okay. Anyways, um, It's just a bit crazy is all. I There's a lot of things I need to change about myself. My personality is a big one. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I just need to restart. Which is crazy. I've been in the city for a year. I haven't endured enough time to change so much, yet I have. It feels like I'm doing everything fast again. Which is the main reason everything has failed so far. Far out, far out, far out, far out, far out, far out. Stop talking so fast. Slow down. Feel deflated. Exhausted, devoid of energy. I feel like I'm consistently disappointed in myself. I'm not doing enough. That I haven't done enough over this year that I've had. I could have learned triple integrals by now. Could have had a good body. Maybe then I would have been able to. No, that's nothing to worry about. Actually, it is. It is a big motivator in why I'm doing it. Well, just anyways, might as well. I haven't been. Maybe a reason for all this is just because I have no way to discharge my emotions. Can't cry. But like, hasn't I physically cannot cry. I haven't done that in like over half a decade at this point. Surely, but yeah, I can't cry. Can't express feelings too well. Just mask them and stuff to do. I never mask when you smile. Was at a time. Why do I remember that line? Oh, right, because Diesel Patches made a video on it, shit talking the dream video. Another dollar in the swear jar. Jesus Christ. Okay. Stop taking things too seriously, man. I'm telling this to myself. It isn't that serious. It isn't that deep. But when other people do it, it is. So I have to care about that. At the same time, when I do it, it isn't. So I have to not care about that. Internally, I'm a hypocrite. Because on one hand, every problem that everyone else has, I treat it like a big deal. On the other hand, I minimize everything that I have. Which doesn't feel right. Nothing feels right. I'm alone. Don't have any contacts that can get me through. I'm basically at zero anyways. I'm afraid of starting all over again. I'm basically at zero. I don't know, man. What if I do become more confident? What if I do get a better physique? Will I then be good enough? If I was doing anything just for myself, I would just study. Because I love studying. Love learning new things. And I'd relax myself. And I'd kick it. And I'd just chill. Because I do love doing all of that. But beyond that, I need to have a purpose in life. Which I do. My purpose in life is to make at least one person's life a bit better. I haven't been able to do that yet. Not as a net. As a net result, I've made everyone's life around me worse. Which is not a good thing. I hear voices. Someone yelling outside? Nope, just my imagination. I don't know. I don't know. Turns out my mom was eavesdropping and she listened to the entire thing. We just had a conversation for about 30 minutes where I got nothing but lectures. This shit sucks balls. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Fuck. This is why I can't have any conversations about how I feel. Because indirectly, what ends up happening is that I induce an emotion in the other person. And then that emotion is more exaggerated than mine, as a result of which I now have to worry about them. I now have to console them. When it's too about me, it feels like they're giving me advice for a problem I don't have. When it's too much about them, at this point they're not giving me advice, I'm giving them consolations. And I'm giving them hugs and kisses, and I'm assisting them through my problem. It can never be about me. Which doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. Again, I know it's easy to wallow in self-pity, but sometimes I just have to do it. This is why this entire plan's gonna help. I actually, believe it or not, I did write everything down. Gonna add a questionable one here. Question mark. Don't open up to others as much. And I'm gonna put 2 question marks around this because I don't know, in this current moment, as of the 21st of April 2026, 9:42 a.m., it really does seem like the best decision to not open up to people. Because what ends up happening is that my words have an impact on them, and then it's all about them again. It's never about me. It can never be about me. And on that note, that unresolved note, I think it's time to wrap this up. This is my mock sheet. Might flip the camera in this video just so everything looks more normal. But yeah, that's really about it. Just put a date. Just put something that means something to me. Time to improve. Start and end. Start date mid-May 2026. And the end date, let's put something that actually means something to me. 27 September 2027. Giving myself 1 year. Goals: toned abs, low fat, get job. Uh, face can come later. That being said, have a good night in most countries relevant to the times that I'm going to be posting this in. Peace.